Hello. Oh gosh. I feel like I have to sneeze. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on. I can feel it. Hold on. Wait. Okay, it went away. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. What's up, RQ? What's up, RR? Big Ant, Alex. You know, something bothered me the other day. Something bothered me the other day. I saw a comment that was so dumb to me. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. It was so silly. Oh, it looks like it's not that bad. Okay, oh, okay, it's not that bad now. Yeah, anyways, it was a comment that was so stupid to me. It was so dumb. Basically, there was a comment about these live streams. And guys, I am getting tired and sick of this, okay? I am a big fan of other live streamers. Not like the big ones, not the mainstream ones. I do like iShowSpeed, but I never actually watched his stuff. I just, every time I see a clip of him, I'm like, this dude's pretty funny. No, I don't watch his stuff. But like, there's certain streamers that I watch. And like, I wanted this channel to be the same thing. Kind of like, you jump on, we'll talk about whatever, and then we'll get to the Spurs stuff when we get to it. If you want to just see the Spurs stuff, then like, I literally will upload Spurs stuff. Like, this isn't like a show, right? Like, this isn't like a podcast where you have a certain level. Like, we have topics, but it's not like you have a certain specific topics that you have to hit at this time to this time to this time, right? It really frustrates me. I saw a comment that said, Clan, it was like, this is unacceptable. You waited like 20 minutes before you talked about Spurs, and you started off talking about the WWE, and it's like, it's a live stream. Like, what do you watch? And they were like, I think I'll be taking my viewership elsewhere. I'll be watching another Spurs podcast. Okay, watch another Spurs podcast. This isn't. We talk about whatever. Who cares? Is your channel? It's just dumb. It's not like it's kind of weird. It's not like I took offense to it. It's more so just like, that's just such a stupid thing to say. Like, it makes it seem like you don't watch anything. Like you just watch. Like, okay, prime example, right? I don't know how his channel is now. I haven't watched it in so long because I stopped watching the Cowboys, but I used to love Mark Holmes. Like, you guys remember when I used to like videotape with my phone, while I'm in the car or whatever. I got that from Mark Holmes because I was like, it's so nice to like he just live stream while he's at work, and it's cool, right? It's like just a normal dude, and he'll talk about other stuff too, but he primarily talked about the Cowboys, and he'll let the chat take the conversation where he takes it. He has like certain theories and stuff, and it's really cool. He's very knowledgeable, and I really enjoyed his stuff. But what I used to watch was the Dallas Cowboys podcast, which it was like sponsored by, but it's literally under the Cowboys umbrella. Like, they did all the recording and everything. Like, I don't even remember what it was called, but it's at the Cowboys stadium or whatever, their practice facility. I don't know where they practice. But they would actually do the show there. And I was like, this was nice at first, but then after a while, I'm like, this isn't personal. I don't know anything about these people. Everything they say is like a little biased, and it's a little too PR, right? Like, it was so obvious at one point that it's Jerry Jones' fault, but they can't say that. They can't say that, right? Or that it's the coaching fault. They can't say that. They can't say that. It was only the players that they could talk about. And I was like, this is so restricted, so lame. I don't like it. And podcasts can have like very specific things that they go over, but like, I'm a single person. Like, I'm one guy, right? So like, when I jump on, I'm going to talk about whatever. It's just dumb. Yeah, Spurs and not Spurs stuff. Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna write a new Spurs rap. I gotta finish it before the season starts next month, which I will get to. I got some stuff I gotta do. I really need to do that this weekend. I gotta just sit down and do the stuff that I need to finish this weekend. Honestly, you gotta understand they want what the title asks for, not the vibes. This is okay. What is it? What is the title of this live stream? It's a live stream. It's not like in my regular videos. It's like 20 minutes of me talking about something else. This is a live stream. They're jumping on the live stream and watching the VOD and playing it back and like, why are you not talking about the Spurs? The 1 minute that I'm into it, like the first minute I'm into this in this 2.5 hour video, like, what are you talking about? Hold on. Yeah, because what does this one say? Like, doesn't it say like, ooh, like Spurs? I don't know what it says. It doesn't matter. It's a live stream. But yeah, do you plan on going into any games this year? I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot. I don't know. I really need to save the money. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you spent 10 minutes talking. I know. It's so dumb. By the way, I had such a good joke. It was such a good joke I made. It was such a good joke. And I wanted... There's no nuance with Twitter, right? Like, you can't just like repost and like make a joke without any context of who you are as a person. So like, I didn't want to risk it, but I thought it was a really good joke. I thought it was a really good joke. It was ironic misogyny. That's what it was. It was an ironic misogyny joke, but also quite progressive. I saw a trans woman, and she posted like a really bad San Antonio Spurs take. Like, it was really bad. Like, it was a bad take, right? My friend showed me that, and I sent back. I was like, wow, trans women are women. Like, it was so bad. But it's like, well, I don't know. It's like, if I say the joke on the stream, it's not that, you know, you kind of know you guys know where I stand on things. Like, I'm not a weirdo. At least I don't think I am. I'm what they call a woke liberal. I'm not a liberal. I'm a leftist. Big difference. What they say that was so terrible about the Spurs, man, it was like a lineup. It was like a lineup that they had. And it was like, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to like Steph Castle being at power forward. It was like something crazy like that. I was like, what are you talking about? But obviously, yeah. Obviously that wasn't, you know, I was just seeing. Obviously women have good takes sometimes. It was just ironic. It was just being ironically misogynist for fun. She wanted Keldon as our starting power forward or point guard. No, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad though. It was pretty bad. Just baiting for content seems like a new trend. Maybe she was. Maybe she was. Yeah, I wanted to repost that and like say that, but you can't do that. You can't do that. I've noticed that where like I don't even say anything that's crazy, right? But like if I put something out there and like obviously I'm joking around, I kind of forget the fact that a lot of people who follow me on Twitter actually don't watch the channel at all. Like, and like making that distinction is really weird because I just made the assumption all the people that watch the videos are subscribers or followers on Twitter. But yeah, but I'm part of Spurs Twitter. So it's a lot of people that's just on Spurs Twitter that follow me on there. So if I like make a joke or I say something like, Like, for instance, like some people thought I was for real about this. I posted a picture of a goat. You know, that trend was going on where you like post something and you're like, hey, I can't make this fit into my header. And then you repost that and you say, never mind, I figured it out. And when you go to those people's page, they have it in their header. I did it with a goat. And then I said, oh, never mind, I figured it out, right? And then I put Sohan in there. And it was people like genuinely upset. Like, what do you mean Sohan is the GOAT? Oh, you overrate him so much. And it's just like, obviously, I've said millions of times that he's not a superstar. I'm joking. But, you know. But yeah. You know what I mean? You said what? She wanted us to bring back Kawhi and Uncle Dennis. No, it wasn't that bad. People will forever hate on Sohan because he played point guard for 16 games. Yeah, I don't know. What floss do you use? What? I can go check. Bring back Becky. I don't think Becky wants to come back. Becky about to get her third ring with the GOAT. She's not coming back. Yeah, I don't think she's coming back. I mean, she even said that she didn't want to come back. We had enough of the menace. Dennis the Menace. It's 8 a.m. here. You are in... Hold on. Don't tell me. Europe. That's a big continent. Okay. Okay. Excited about Biombo? We posted a video on it. It's not that I'm excited about it, but it's a good thing that that's over with. Okay, so let's go over this. Spurs. Oh wait, no. It would just be ESPN, right? I think it's just ESPN. ESPN Top 100. They finally finished it. Didn't want to go over it until they finished it. So no, I wasn't a Dallas Cowboys fan. Poor Jared McCain. Oh no, what happened to the zesty hooper? Didn't he like injure his thumb or something? I think he injured his thumb. Tore something. Is that right? Why don't they just have the whole list here? Why is it 100 to 51? And then where's the other? Where's the other part? Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, I really want to see that DiCaprio movie. I heard it was really good. It's getting like crazy great reviews. Dude, I legit don't see the rank. It's ESPN, right? I've seen other people post it, but now I don't see it. Hold on. What? Oh. They posted the... Did they post the top 10 separately than the... Oh, okay. It's all on here. That is weird, the way they did this, but okay. Oh, are we dropping frames a little bit? Yeah, they did? Okay. Very strange. Very strange. Just Google ESPN top 10. Yeah, I got it now. I was trying to get the whole list, but like they put it on here kind of weird. Saw it on ESPN. It has a 4.5 star rating on Letterboxd. I guess it legit is a masterpiece. Yeah, I'll be seeing it. I guess it's a legit masterpiece. I'm always for seeing a masterpiece, man. They don't come across. They don't come out too often. You don't get them too often. I feel like the last true masterpiece I watched, well, not the last one I watched, but the last one that came out in theaters that was a masterpiece was Parasite. You know? That's the last one. Okay, so ESPN, I was waiting for them to go ahead and release the whole thing. So ESPN recently posted their top 100, in which they do every year. And there was some, I saw a little bit of it. There's some things that I had some questions about. And there's also some things where like I agree with them, but this is a wild list. This is a wild list. So guys, get prepared, okay? And you can tell me which ones, chat, that you find kind of strange. Obviously, I have you guys on the screen right there. So yeah, so as I go through this, you can also check out the chat and see their opinions on this. I'm talking like this because this is going to be a video in the next day or so. So let's take a look. So we start off with RJ Barrett, whatever, but we don't really care about this, right? We care about where our San Antonio Spurs are. So right off the bat, Steph Castle. So do I agree with Steph Castle being 99? Well, I would have to see who's ahead of him, obviously, right? So Walker Kessler, sure, I'll give you that. I guess he's deserving of it. His defense is just that good. Whatever, you know. Let's see, moving on. I don't know if I agree with that. I'll be honest. I don't know if I agree with that. Payton from the Celtics. I don't know if I agree with that. But I think it's more like a respect thing. Like they have to put him in the top 100. And yeah, I'm not going to sit here and just be like, yeah, he's better than all these players, you know? He's definitely not better than Devin Vassell yet. Jakob Poeltl being better is fine. Oh, I didn't even mention that. Yeah, Devin Vassell being 94. So I probably have more contention with who's ahead of Devin Vassell than I do who's ahead of Steph Castle, if I'm being honest with you guys. He's so young. He's going to be all right. Let's see. Mitchell Robinson, Drew Holiday. Is that just out of respect at this point? Sometimes these are just out of respect. Nas Reed, on Andrew Wiggins. Okay. Zach Edey. This is when you start realizing, wow, we got a lot of good players in the NBA. Jonas Phillips, I don't know if he's better than Devin Vassell. Is that a crazy statement? I don't think he's better than Devin Vassell. I think that's a little silly. I think that's a little silly. And I feel like Bradley Beal is out of respect. I don't agree with that one either, to be honest. Jaden Ivey. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Moving on. Let's see if any other ones kind of stand out. Kamara, Ingram, Brandon Miller, Jaden McDaniels, Jabari Smith. I don't know if he's too high or too... Yeah, he's a little too high, I think. Like, they put him ahead of DeMar DeRozan, which... Why? Why? But okay. I like Kobe. I like Kobe White a lot. Tyler Hero. All right. All right. Whoa, LaMelo Ball 63 is pretty low, isn't it? LaMelo Ball 63? Wait. Okay, see, now it's about to really fall off. So you got LaMelo Ball and then Christian Braun. Christian Braun is not a better player than LaMelo Ball. Okay, Zion, you can make a case. Austin Reeves is not a better player than LaMelo Ball. Jalen this is crazy. Trey Murphy, okay. Miles Turner. Miles Turner was really good. But over LaMelo? Isaiah Hartenstein? Yo, this is way more disrespectful than any of our Spurs right now. Like, are we for real? Dyson Daniel? I mean, he's a great defender, but like, he's better than LaMelo. Hall George, I feel like it's out of respect. Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso's not better than LaMelo. Cooper Flag at 52. Draymond Green. These players are not better than LaMelo. It's about to get really bad because that is wild. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Porzingis. Now I'm just focusing on who's better than Melo. Rudy Gobert. Mikal Bridges. I guess you can make a case. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid at 47 seems low. Like, they're taking some really good players and, like, what's the rhyme or reason behind these? What is the rhyme or reason behind these? Jamal Murray's better than LaMelo and Joel Embiid? Jared Allen is better than Joel Embiid? What's crazy is they put... Oh, wow, I didn't even realize they literally put the 2024... They literally put the 2024 rank next to it as well, which makes it even worse. Hold on, where did they have LaMelo? They had LaMelo 50 last time, so he was a top 50 player and he dropped 13 spots. All right, let's see where did they have. Oh, was he unranked? Was Devin Vassell unranked last year? Okay, he was unranked. Okay. Yeah, that's wild. How does Joel Embiid go from 8 to 47? I guess maybe it's the injuries, right? Is that right, chat? He didn't play, so I can see that. Okay. I think they AI generated this list. I don't know what they did. Some of these are just disrespectful. Like the LaMelo Ball thing is just disrespectful. I'm sorry. Larry Marketing, Julius Randle. Better than LaMelo, I guess. Okay, OG. Aaron Gordon. I mean, Aaron Gordon's a good player. But they put him ahead of Jamal Murray? I don't know. Desmond Bain. Okay, he's been getting a lot of love. Darius Garland. Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson better than Darius Garland? Okay. Okay, so we got Zubac. I mean, this is a wild list. It's like a mixture of like star players and role play. Like they're ranking role players ahead of star caliber players. I don't know if we got to any superstars. I don't think we got to any superstars, right? We didn't get to any superstars yet. Let me just double check. Yeah, we got some star caliber players. I don't think we got to any superstars. But yeah, they're taking like star players and then putting role players ahead of them. I'm a little confused. I mean, Zion could be considered it just depends. But he could be a superstar. I think Zion's going to be really good this year. But yeah, it's so strange. Okay. Anyways. All right, so we finally got to De'Aaron Fox at 35. And when I initially saw this, I saw on Twitter like some of the people that were ahead of him, and I was like, yeah, this is disrespectful. And I think people, just like everything, they it's kind of my fault too. I didn't elaborate, but they just took it out of context, just saying like, you think De'Aaron Fox is a superstar. It's like, I didn't say all that. But let's see. Sabonis, nope, I wouldn't put him ahead. I'll tell you, this is my honest opinion. People I wouldn't put ahead of De'Aaron Fox. If it's somebody that I feel like is a legitimate argument, I'll leave it alone. Okay? Sabonis, I wouldn't do it. Ja Morant, you can legitimately say that. That's fine. Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner is really good, but I wouldn't do it. Jaren Jackson, I wouldn't do it. Scotty Barnes, I wouldn't do it. Trae Young, that's a legitimate argument. Tyrese Maxey, that's a fine argument. Karl-Anthony Towns, I think that's a fine argument, honestly. Derek White, no. There's no universe that Derek White is a better player than De'Aaron Fox. Like there's like no universe. No universe whatsoever. Does he deserve love? Of course. And I love Derek White. Obviously. We made that Derek White song. His dad reposted every year. Derek White reacted to it. You guys know I love Derek White. But there's no way in any universe Derek White should be ahead of De'Aaron Fox. I would have even said that when he was on the team. There's no way. Şengün is not a better player than De'Aaron Fox. I know people love them some Şengün, but I think he's very, no offense to him, but I think he's very limited. And I think it's going to show, if he has to be the main guy, it's going to show every single year in the playoffs because he's so limited. People try to give him the Jokic comparison, but Jokic is significantly better. Maybe a baby Jokic. I think because Derek White won a chip. Yeah, that's not a good enough argument when you're making a player ranking, you know? At that point, like, every player that has a chip should be ahead of every player that doesn't, you know? I feel like the gap is significant enough between Derek White and Fox where this becomes disrespectful. And the gap between him and Şengün, I think, is pretty nice, too. I think it's a pretty decent gap. But Şengün is not as, no. Chet Holmgren being a top 25 player is a little wild. Especially since he was just, I mean, no offense to him, but he was a role player, right? Like, he was a spot up three, but great defender, but a role player this entire time. So I don't really understand. I don't understand him being a top 25 player in the NBA. There's so many players ahead of him, in my opinion. I mean, just comparing to other role players, I think Derek White is a better role player. Yeah, like Scotty Barnes, Franz Wagner. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. James Harden at this point in the year 2025, in the great year 2025, he's a top 23 player in the NBA. I don't know about that one, fam. I don't know about that one. He's still really good though. he was the main player on offense, and they were a defensive team. So I think that tells you something about Shingun's offense. He was the... I'm trying to get where you coming at, Mr. Clip. He was the main player on offense, and they were a defensive team. Oh, you're saying their offense wasn't that great. That's what you're saying. Yeah, he's a third or fourth option. Talking about Chet. Yeah, Chet is like... Chet's like a third option. If that at times fourth option. Yeah, there's no reality where he's a top 25 player in the NBA. No disrespect. Pascal Siakam. I really like Siakam. I'm not mad. I'll be honest, I'm not mad with Siakam being in like a top 30 or maybe top 35, right? Like I'm not mad at that one. Is he better than Fox? I don't know. I think that's an argument, so that's one I wouldn't argue with. Bam Adebayo, I understand him being ahead of Fox. That's fine. I mean, I guess that's fine. Kawhi, when healthy, he is better than Fox. Jaylen Brown? Yeah, Jaylen Brown's really good. I won't argue with that one. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, wasn't he kind of mid last year? I didn't watch a bunch of Warriors games, but I saw a few. He, I don't know. Was he good? How good was he last year? I don't want to go off my bias here. I don't think I'm not going to say a strong conviction on this one. He was up and down. I think he started off well. All right. Yeah, I don't think Jimmy Butler right now is better than Fox, but okay. Paolo Banchero, I ain't gonna argue with that. That's fine. Devin Booker, I won't fight with you on that one. Donovan Mitchell, I don't think I'm gonna fight with you on that one. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight with you. Anthony Davis, you know, some of these I disagree, but I'm not gonna be like, no, this is fine. Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham. A lot of people think Cade is better than Fox. I don't necessarily agree, but I do think Cade is phenomenal. So it's fine. Jalen Williams, top 11 player in the NBA? What are they on? Jalen Williams is better than Cade Cunningham, Davis, Mitchell. That is a leap. I forgot all about Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams at 11? He's basically a top 10 player in the NBA. Are we for real? Dope hair, by the way. But are we for real? Trash list. I don't understand that one, y'all. Bro, J-Dub is legit. He's top 11 legit? Top 11 though? I'm not saying he's not legit, but like, think about some of the players that came before him. Like, let's just think a healthy Kawhi. J-Dub is nowhere near as good as a healthy Kawhi. Like, not even close. That is a leap. That is a huge leap. 11 is wild. But I guess they're going to give it to you after the championship. What does it say here? A mid-major prospect who flew under the radar under the late in the draft process. By the way, I just want to point out that when I was making my list for who I would want, I like Jalen Williams a lot. I did like him in that draft. I did like him a lot. Just saying. Recency bias? It has to be. Bro, J-Dub is actually the best defender on OKC. Oh, that's fine. Okay. But, like, that's not a good enough reason for him to be top 11. You know? Okay, he was the best. You say he's... Well, I don't even know if I agree with that. I don't agree with that. I think Chet is the best defender on that team. But And then you also got Caruso. But like, that's still not a good enough reason for him to catapult at top 10 player in the NBA. Like that's elite. Like when you get to the top, we're not there yet, but when you get to the top 10, now you're talking superstars, right? Like you're when you're like top 10 to 15, there's multitude of superstars in that mix. He is not anywhere near, in my opinion, of a superstar. He played 5 for like 30 games. He played center for 30 games. People forget OKC played with no center for a huge chunk of last season. What? You're not making, I understand what you're saying, but you're not making a big enough leap for him to be 11th. The Spurs did that with Sohan, and you don't see me saying Sohan's a top 100 player in the NBA. Top 100 player in the NBA. Like, Sohan did that. What difference does that make? I don't see what is it about Jalen Williams that will catapult him to top 11. You're talking superstars. All right, just for, because at this point you can basically just say top 10. Let's see who's in the top 10. Oh crap. Oh, actually, I think it's at the top of this page. That's why I thought it was weird. All right, here we go. All right. Okay. So now that's a really cool graphic, by the way. I should do my graphics like that. Why don't I just do that? It's so clean. You guys like that? I might just do it like that. I like the gradient. Might do that. Like, but have it like orange or something. I don't know. All right, so Jalen Brunson. So you're saying he's at 11, right? So he's close to Jalen Brunson. Get out of here. Kevin Durant. Is Kevin Durant 9 at this point? I guess. He's really good. He's really good. LeBron at 8? I forgot all about LeBron. LeBron at 8, guys. LeBron's a top 10 player in the NBA. Are we for real right now? ESPN bias? This is wild. LeBron James should not be touching a top 10 list right now. I forgot all about LeBron. I'll be honest. Respect. I respect him. But a top 10? Nah. LeBron 15 at best. Yeah, at best he's like 15 to 20 at best. Yeah, no. Top 10 is a leap. 7. By the way, you're saying that Jalen Williams is close to Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. That's wild. Steph at 7 is fine. Anthony Edwards at 6 is fine. He was 10 last year. What was Curry? Curry was 6 last year, so Curry didn't move that much. That's fine. I don't know. Is Anthony Edwards better than Steph Curry? I don't know. When you get to this point in the list, like, the gap is very small. That's why I'm putting Jalen Williams close to these guys, because you're talking top 15, so the gap isn't that crazy usually. Okay, so Anthony Edwards is 6. That's fine. All right. I think I saw this earlier, that Victor Wembanyama's at 5. I actually agree with that. I'm not mad at that at all. I actually thought he would be lower, to be honest. I thought they would. Oh, last year he was at 11. Yeah, I thought they would have him like top 10. But him at 5, I think even my bias aside, I think it's pretty good. I think that's fine. I saw someone comment and they were like, well, I don't know, Clan. I think Anthony Edwards is better. I don't agree. I don't think Anthony Edwards is a better player than Victor Wembanyama. This is actually really nice because some of these are very biased because of recent, like you guys said, recency bias, winning, championship, and all that. The fact that Chet would be like a top 25 player is crazy. So the fact that the Spurs haven't been winning well, but they can say he's top 5, yeah, he'll be 1 next year. Maybe 2. Giannis, okay. See, when you get to top 5 guys, you kind of can't mess up, right? Like, because you can mix these up. Like, Luka at 3, SGA at 2, Jokic at 1. You can't mix it. No one's going to fight on this. If you mix, the only people in the top 5 that I think would have been controversial if they put Victor Wembanyama at 1. Like, that might be controversial. But, like, anywhere else, like, if you put Giannis at 5, Wemby at 4, Wemby at 3, you know, Luka at 1, it wouldn't matter. SGA at 4, like, I don't think people really fight on it. The top 5 is solid, but you can't really mess up a top 5 list. Everything outside of that is kind of dumb. Fox is way too low. Castle and Vassell is fine. It's a few I disagree with Vassell, but it's fine. But yeah, agree. SGA and Luka aren't better than Giannis. Well, my whole point is just you can kind of mix them wherever you want. If you want to put Giannis at 2 or 1, or I just don't think it's that controversial. Giannis is phenomenal. Let's see, who's the biggest leap in the top 10? Oh, they just played it so safe. Oh my God, they played it safe. There's no major leaps since last year. They say played it safe in the top 10. What a list. Wow. ESPN is crazy. Yeah, this list was bad. They're kind of crazy. They're messed up in the head, bro. Oop, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, they're messed up in the head. This is wild. What the heck is this? What the heck? Okay. Yeah, they're wild. Yeah, that top 10 is okay outside of Braun. Yeah, well, and then 11 you got J-Dub. Like, that's just like some outliers, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah, Braun got to be out. Let's see, who would I have put in that list? Who would have made it? I would have been okay with Cade. I would have been okay with Davis. I would have been okay with Donovan Mitchell. I would have been okay with Devin Booker. I would have been okay with Kawhi. I would have even been okay with Siakam over LeBron. Like, there's a lot of players I would have put over LeBron. Braun got some good stats. I've seen everybody put him on his list. Yeah, when you watch him play, man, he is... I don't want to say he's a shell of himself because he still can be effective, but he is not LeBron. He's not a top 10 player in the NBA. Which he shouldn't be, right? He's tired. Yeah, he shouldn't be. He's older, man. He's like 40, right? He shouldn't be in that. He shouldn't be on that list. Ben Carroll's way too high. Oh, I think that's disrespectful. I think Ben Carroll's a really good player. 17. He's too high in context to some of the guys ahead of or behind him, right? Like, some of the guys behind him, yeah, I agree. But I don't think he's, like, far off. I think he's really, really good. You don't think he's better than Franz Wagner? No, I guess you can make an argument. I really like Ben Carroll. I know a lot of people wasn't crazy about him this past year, but I really like Ben Carroll. It might be my bias talking, to be honest. I don't think he's 17, but I would definitely put him like top 30. Well, I guess that is far off if I say top 30. Swap Fox for LBJ. Fox would have been a better pick at top 10 than LeBron, but he's not a top 10 player in the NBA. I do think that he's a top... I've been pushing back a little bit. I think he's like a top 10 guard or point guard, right? Or I put him at 7 as far as point guards. The more I thought about it. Oh, by the way, he's out for... Is he out for the season? Our boy, Reggie Miller for the Pacers. You guys know, is he out for the season? You know, Reggie Miller. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Hallie. Yes. Oh, okay. That's why he's not on this list at all. Okay. Yeah, I was like, dang, he's not on this list. I saw some people saying it was disrespectful for Cooper Flag. I think that's pretty crazy. But Cooper Flag is really good. I don't know if I would have went with 52 though. Maybe I would have. He would definitely been behind LaMelo and Zion for now, but he's really good. He is really good. Clan, we have to talk about the Rockets. Yeah, that's not good. So where the heck is this? Try to. I was waiting for something. It messed up. Oh my god, that was loud. Did you guys hear that? That was so loud. Top 5 two-way players. Ooh. Let me look at this list. I would do. Oh wait, I gotta go to this. Oh wait, no, I don't. Two-way. I would go with. I will go with Jokic. I'll go with SGA. Luka's not two-way. Giannis. What's that? 3. Vic. Edwards a really good defender. Then I would go with. Well, I guess that's 5 already, right? Did I do 5 already? Let's see. Let me go. Where's the other freaking list? Hold on, it's down here. I go with Mobley. Anthony Davis. Kawhi. I don't know if people consider Adebayo a two-way, but he can score. So I'll probably do him. Maybe Siakam. I mean, there's legit quite a few I will put ahead of J-Dub. Yeah, there's quite a few. Somebody says Steph Castle. No, Steph Castle isn't a better two-way than J-Dub. J-Dub's a better player than Castle. I don't know if I'll go with Derek White. I don't know about that. But yeah, those are a few. That's a few that come to mind. Yeah, Wemby, Giannis, Mobley, sure. But like, no, it's just that J-Dub isn't a top. Like, I'm not I'm not trying to underestimate him, right? I'm not trying to be like, oh, he's actually trash. Why is he on this list at all? I think he should be on the list. I think he's a very good player. It's just we're talking basically top 10. Like, we all agree LeBron shouldn't be in the top 10, right? Let's take LeBron out. Okay, now he's 10. We just move LeBron out. Now he's 10. He's literally 10. You're putting him in the top 10. Like, that's crazy. LeBron should not be a top 10 player. I mean, not LeBron. J-Dub is not a top 10 player in the NBA. You can see him being around where he's at. It's just way too, in my opinion, it's just way too high. Well, I don't know. Maybe I won't say way too high, but like he should be some spots back. Top 10 is crazy, bro. That's a crazy leap. He's good, but oh my God, man. I literally, if they would have lost that championship, they say it goes to 7, they lose that championship, right? Would he be on that top 10 list? Because SGA, regardless, he would have been in the top 3, regardless of what happened. He would have been a top 3. They did have him top 3, right? My memory sucks. He was 3, right? Or was he 2? He was 2. Yeah, but regardless, he would have been top 3. I feel like J-Dub and Chet was dependent on their championship, which I think is very silly. His impact definitely is. He has great impact. He has great impact. I just don't think it's enough for us to start saying, oh yeah, he's a top freaking 10 player in the NBA. I think that's a huge leap. That's my only issue is top 10. Like, I hope you understand that. Like, top 10 is just, that's high regard. Those are superstars at that point. You know what I mean? That's the problem. We're talking superstars now. Oh, I have to fix this. Sorry. Actually, I don't know what happened. Hold on. What the heck? Hold on. There's another. What the heck? Hold on, y'all. I don't have to do it through the app anymore? I know that those colors are washed. Hold on. What the heck? I am so confused. Okay. All right. That was weird. I don't know what happened. Yeah, my whole camera got messed up. Huh. Wait a minute. What the heck is going on? I killed the real clan. I'm the fake clan now. Since age 12, I felt like I was someone else, so I hung my original self with a top bunk with a belt. Okay. Like, this is all messed up. What? What is going on? I am so confused. Okay. Nice to meet you guys. I'm the new clan. That old guy, he was lame. You got a new leader now. Everything messed up on my stream. That is so wild. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Look at that. What happened? That is so wild. All right. You got hacked? Well, it looks better now. It was using like the... Oh my God! What is going on? Why is my life so hard? Why is my life like this? Why is it doing this to me? Look at this. Look how messed up everything is. I don't know what's going on. It didn't do this before. It's showing my home screen, but like I'm not on that screen. I'm looking at my phone. I'm not on that screen. Why is it doing that? It's okay. So wild. Okay. So let's fix everything. And then I have to move this right here. Oh my God. Move it. What? Hold on. Oh, wait. Wait, if I move this, does it... Oh, it does work. Then why is it doing that? If I move this down... Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. So strange. So strange. Mr. Clip? No, it's not that. No gambling, no gambling. It is some fantasy sports, though. Zion and the Keldon Johnson big body diet. I guess we'll see what happens. By the way, the camera looks better. The lag is completely gone, or just about. It's much better. It looks better too. So I guess we fixed it. Yeah, that was weird. And now I can stream directly from my camera, which I could not do that before. Looks good. It looks way better, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks way better. I had to update the program earlier, so I guess I just didn't have it sourced to it just a second ago. With that being said, really quick, big shout out to today's sponsor, as always, Prize Picks. Hottie on your hat. Okay, you're 15, right? Okay, never mind. Okay, you are 15. I can't shame you. No, it's not crazy. It's not crazy. Wait, no, it's still a little crazy. It's still... I don't know, what age Nezuko is this one on my hat? I don't know. We'll just assume it's 14-year-old Nezuko, and you're 15. It's a joke. No, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be you're 15. It's all right. It's okay. My friend's like that for real. She's 15. She's 14, I think. It's not, bro. It's not like the anime doesn't like take some liberties with her, and it's like, what are you doing? Age discrimination. They do some things where I'm like, what are you doing? What are we doing? Anyways, big shout out to Sleeper. If you guys are interested whatsoever, please join Sleeper. Link below in the description box. If you guys want to do any type of fantasy, it's super easy. You just jump on there. There's NFL going on right now, so obviously there's multitude of picks that you can make on the... I'm moving my camera. Look, not moving my camera. I'm moving my phone right now. Look at this. Look at this. And you can see all these different stats. And just so many different things you can do. And the NBA, once that comes up, obviously you can play against people, have a good time, and all that good stuff. If you're interested in that aspect of the app, please use promo code. Well, use the code anyways, but use promo code CLAN, right? And you'll get 100% match up to $100 if that's something you're interested in. If you don't care about any of that, you're like, I don't care. I don't care about fantasy sports. I'm not a big fantasy sports person. That is okay. All you have to do, you head on over here. There's other functions as well, right? You go home, you can go to the NBA tab and it's social media without all the toxicity of Twitter, in which you can connect with people. You can see the updated news during Spurs games. You can see the updated stats. So if you guys don't use it at all, that is fine right now. Please, at the very least, download the app for your boy. Use the promo code below, and that will be great. But yeah, do that. And like I said, there's plenty of different things you can post and look at stats, look at live coverage, and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, my nose is itchy. My nose is very itchy. All right, anyways. Okay. Why is it that people think I'm overreacting? Is it an overreaction, guys, to get upset by these graphics? There's Spurs graphics that come out every year. And every time these mainstream graphics come out, they exclude Jeremy Sohan. Every single time it happens. Piss me off. Okay, so hold on. What is this? 14 minutes? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
2025 covering the Spurs every single.
I'm gonna wait on this one. We gotta go live tomorrow anyways. Okay. Look. I understand you're not gonna always agree with some of my takes, right? Saw your interactions on X. Okay, so you know where this is going. I know you're not gonna agree with every single thing that I say. I nor do I expect you to, right? Like, it's open discourse, you know, unless you're just being like blatantly disrespectful towards a player that does not deserve it. I'm not really going to fight you on it, right? Like, I understood everyone being a little disappointed with Devin Vassell's performance this year, even though statistically he didn't do as bad as people think. But when he's the second option on a team and you're solely relying on him outside of Wemby to give you some buckets at times, and he's not being as aggressive, like going to the rim or getting to the rim, and he's even mentioned that he wasn't. Obviously, it's going to be a little, you know, frustration. Like, everyone's going to be frustrated, right? So, like, I understood where people were irritated with Devin Vassell. I even kind of understood when it got to we should trade him, right? Like, people were just so upset because you gave him quite a bit of time. He got a lot of praise, and there's been, like, ups and downs as far as what you're getting out of him night in and night out. With that being said, when it comes to a particular player, and as you guys know who I'm talking about, he gets a little too much hate. And I think that what really happens is because he's not a box score type player, he's not a player that you can go to the stats after the game and see how well he did based on that. Because one thing about Jeremy Sohan is that Sohan is a player where he plays phenomenal defense, but he doesn't get a lot of steals. He doesn't get a lot of blocks. It's a lot of great contests. It's making it very difficult because he doesn't take too many chances, and he doesn't take a lot of risks. So he just plays very solid defense during the entirety of the game. And if you're just solely looking at the stats afterwards, you will say, oh my God, he underperformed. But when you actually watch the game and pay attention to what he's bringing, there is immediate impact, and it's very obvious the impact that he's having. But people don't really care for his game. Obviously, the point guard experiment really messed people up. But I think one of the worst perpetuators of this narrative that he's not a good player, he's not a superstar. No one said that. I'm not saying that he's not a superstar. I don't even think he's a star, right? I don't think he's any of that. But I do think that he is very impactful. And I think what goes against that, that I think just truthful statement is stuff like this. And this happens over and over and over again, where mainstream media, they put out graphics and they completely exclude Jeremy Sohan. And I mean every single time. Now, this is my fault because I reposted this and I initially said, hold on, actually, I'll go to my page. I initially said this was disrespectful, right? I said, you can tell me that Sohan gets no disrespect from mainstream media, but come on. And people took this, and rightfully so. And I didn't realize people were going to do this because like I said, I have a hard time distinguishing between my YouTube channel and my Twitter page. But people initially thought that I was saying that Sohan should start over Harrison Barnes. And that is not what I've been saying, nor is that what I've been pushing. I've been saying time and time again that I think Barnes should start. Like he's probably our best catch and shoot 3-point shooter, right? Like he's phenomenal, and I think that he should be third, at the 3 spot. That's what I think. He is a primary small forward, power forward. I think as far as throughout his career, he's been pretty 50-50. But even when he was in Sacramento, those years, in actuality, he was listed at 4. They still had him at 3 quite a bit, or he played the 3. And then with the Spurs, it's been the same thing, right? But our roster has been so messed up till, who knows what they had going on. But with that being said, I feel the reason why I found this disrespectful is because I feel like you have to kind of go out of your way to make sure Sohan isn't in this graphic. Like, we have to put Devin Vassell at the small forward position. Like, we have a nice enough roster where you don't have to do that. But, like, we got to go out our way to do that when we have Harrison Barnes? And then you put, Steph Castle as shooting guard. I'm not opposed to that. Like, I've told you guys, I'm not opposed to that at all. I'm not opposed to Devin Vassell, Castle, or Harper being put at that shooting guard position. I'm not opposed to it. But Castle has been, like, a really bad shooter. Really bad shooter at the shooting guard position. You're putting him at the shooting guard position. And I actually, the more I think about it, the more I started convincing myself that I think Devin Vassell starting will be a great idea in Steph, Castle, and Harper. While initially I was like, okay, well, we need somebody running the bench and it could just be Castle. But he's a hybrid. Him and Dylan Harper are quite big hybrids, right? So I think that they can kind of play off of each other and it might work out pretty well. So I'm kind of an advocate for Devin Vassell starting. I've been kind of convincing myself of that a little bit. So, like, you have Devin Vassell start. That makes sense to him at the shooting guard position. He's a really good shooter. Him teamed up with Fox will be really nice, right? And then you move Harrison Barnes at the 3. He's a really great shooter. Sohan been working on his 3-point shooting, but he's a phenomenal defense for the paint and perimeter, along with Wembanyama. Like, that's basically the perfect starting lineup. But, like, every single, and if it was just this graphic that I crashed out about, okay, you guys have a point, right? Like, come on, bro. It's just one graphic. This isn't a terrible lineup, sure. But this is time and time and time and time again. Even the posts that say new look Spurs, they will leave Sohan out completely. Like, they don't even know he exists. They will go out of their way. I remember we had just got Harrison Barnes, and we was after the draft. They said no new look Spurs. Sohan was nowhere to be seen. It was crazy. Or they'll do it where it's like, look at the new Spurs, and it's 4 players, and they make sure they leave him out. And what people take from that is, like, if you already have the bias that he's not a good player, and you already think that he's trash and he doesn't do anything, then you see stuff like that and you're like, yeah, well, nobody gives him praise anyways. Of course. It's just confirmation bias. It's so frustrating because I don't think they know our roster. Dev has to be on all the graphics. Bigger contract, his agency, CAA requires it. I don't know if that's true, but him being on the graphic is fine. I just think he will be the starting shooting guard. But, like, going out of your way to take Sohan out of the starting lineup doesn't make a lot of sense to me, you know? I feel you, Clan, but Devin Vassell is a more popular player to mainstream media because of offense. No, I get it. I get it. These are recognizable faces, I guess. But it's just like, look, this is NBA on NBC and Peacock. This is NBA on NBC, their official page. And they didn't think logically on what makes sense. They had to force players into positions that aren't their primary positions. Harrison Barnes, you had to do it for 2 players. Unnecessarily. You had to do it for 2 players unnecessarily. You had to force them into positions that aren't there. I don't know. I do think you're overreacting a bit. If it was just this, I get it. But guys, you don't realize how often this happens. It's all the time. It's all the time. Olynyk at the 4? Yeah, I think Olynyk backs up Sohan. But it's like all the freaking time, man. If it was one time, I'm cool. Okay, fine. But like, how many times does this happen? It happens all the time. You're going out of your way with this graphic. It's not a bad starting lineup, mind you, but like you're going out of your way a little bit. Devin Vassell shouldn't be a small forward. Harrison Barnes can run power forward, obviously, but like I would just move him to small forward. He's a great small forward, and then have Sohan at power forward. I saw somebody saying like, "Quinn, you're ridiculous." So what you're saying is Sohan should start at small forward? Who the heck said that? I saw a few comments like that actually. It wasn't just one. It was a few. I was like, when did I say that? That would be ugly, by the way. The bench would be Harper, Juju, Keldon, Sohan, Cornette. That's pretty solid. Look, to be fair, Muhammad, like just in actuality, this isn't necessarily about just the lineup, right? Because regardless of what you do when you're the Spurs right now, we have so much depth. There's no lineup that someone can throw out there that's just going to be horrid, right? Unless Wemby and Fox aren't starting. As long as they're starting, there's lots of different lineups you can do, and nothing's going to be just horrible, right? Like you have to go out of your way, like, oh, Sohan is shooting guard or something. But like for the most part, there's not a starting lineup or a lineup on the bench that looks really bad with this team because they have so much depth. My problem isn't that. My problem is the fact that they're constantly doing this with Sohan to the point where they don't know he exists. That's my problem. Because even the chat right now, where some of you guys, I've recognized some of these names, some of you guys have been a little skeptical of Sohan. I've been asking you all off season who your starting lineup is. I don't see many without Sohan in it at all. Like, even the skeptical people are like, yeah, Sohan should be starting power forward. Like, yeah, he's a good power forward, right? I don't know. Do you feel like we lose more games if Sohan not starting? I wouldn't go that far. The Spurs have so much depth. I do like, however, I do like punching teams in the mouth early, and I think Sohan is perfect for that. I think you put Sohan at the power forward position, and now you have at least 3. Well, you have 1 generational defender, 1 elite defender at power forward, and then you're going to have a really good defender regardless, or great defender, right? I think Castle's a great defender. But even if you did Devin Vassell, he's a good defender. So like you have a very solid defensive line. This right here, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, Wemby's on the court, so you're fine. Fox is an okay defender. He's a pretty good defender. So it's all right, but I feel like we can really like set the tone early with Sohan starting, which I like. No, not a good enough rebounder. Who? Talking about Barnes? Sohan's a good defender or rebounder. I would say that's one of his like really good skills, honestly, is rebounding. I want to see a lineup of Castle, Cornette, Biyombo, Keldon, and Fox. All non-shooters to see what happens. Okay, maybe I should No. I keep my case. I was about to say maybe I should take back what I said about like there's no bad lineup, but like I said, you include Fox or Wemby, that lineup isn't too bad, right? You take out Biyombo, put in Wemby with Cornette. It's not a lot of shooting, but that defense is crazy. Non-shooter lineup, we go down by 37 in 5 minutes. Not if Wemby's out there. You're not going to go down by 37. Have the Spurs? I don't know. Yeah, we've been blown out before. I wonder has a team gone on? I'm sure it has. I don't know. I don't even know how I would look this up. I was wondering if a team went on like a phenomenal, crazy run with Wemby on the court. Like I just don't see it happen that often. But I'm sure they have. But how? How did you? How? Oh, you said I'm right because you had to think hard about that lineup, or that terrible lineup. Yeah, but like I said, if you include Wemby in that, then it ain't that bad. Like you take Biyombo out for Wemby, that's not a bad lineup actually. Not crazy about Keldon and Castle, but you get that together. But you get maybe Keldon, he's streaky sometimes, but like you get great defense with Castle, great defense with Cornette. I mean, the paint is locked down. Castle, your wing defender. It's pretty nice. It's not bad. Wemby, Fox, Keldon, Olynyk, Cornette. Okay, maybe I should have prefaced it by saying they have to be in their natural position. Because, yeah, that is ugly. No, that like legitimately is ugly. Funny enough, though, for a short period of time, I think you can still make that work. That's ugly, though. Keldon can find his three-point three-point stroke again. We say that every year. We'll see, though. We'll see. No disrespect. No disrespect to Keldon. No disrespect to Keldon. Harper needs some love. In these graphics, when they say new look Spurs, he's always in it, which I agree. He should be. He's awesome. In the starting lineup, I've gotten off of saying Harper's going to start because of his injury. So, like, some people are like, oh, we're really going to use this once the season starts, that you said that he's going to start. No, I didn't think he would get injured. So, no, probably not now. It'll probably be a minute. Fox, Harper, Castle, Sohan, Wemby. I'm not mad at that. Although, I would replace Castle with Barnes. I think that's our safest bet to make sure that we get sufficient enough outside shooting, have a sufficient threat. Castle isn't a threat. They're going to leave him open for a while until he can prove that he's going to be all right. Which shows how good he is, because he would have some really good games here and there, and like mainly comes from the paint. So we cannot put our shooting guard at the 3. Well, to be fair, I would be more comfortable with Castle being put at the 3 than Vassell being put at the 3. I think Castle is more versatile in that regard. But yeah, there's no point. Like I feel like you have to go out of your way when the lineup that actually makes the most sense, just all our biases aside, the one that makes the most sense is Fox, Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Sohan, Wemby. You got great defense, you got shooting, you're a deadly starting lineup. And Vassell is legitimately just in a role of, hey, shoot. But I think Mitch Johnson is going to take on the approach that Popovich took on, where the players basically decide who's starting, right? Like, we'll see what's going on in practice, how they're gelling, and then the players just kind of decide, right? I don't think they, like, verbally say it, but I think it becomes quite obvious. I guess bench will be Harper, Champagnie, Keldon, Sohan, and Cornette. I guess that's what they were trying to allude to. Yeah. Line us be specific to the situation too. And luckily we have enough depth that where that's fine. So, but yeah. Anywho. Last order of business I wanted to look at real quick. Where is it? Actually, I might wait. I think I might wait. Yeah, let's wait. We're gonna 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 wait. Carter Bryant needs to get some minutes. We won't see a ton of them. We won't see a ton of them. Oh, you guys want to see my take for the NBA awards predictions? So here's my take. So Evan Siddery posted his 2025-26 NBA awards predictions. He said Nikola Jokic MVP, Vic Defensive Player of the Year, MIP Andrew Nembhard, Rookie of the Year Cooper Flagg, Sixth Man of the Year Jared McCain. Hopefully he's okay. Jamal Mosley as Coach of the Year, and then Clutch Anthony Edwards, Clutch Player of the Year. Here's my take. So here's the thing. I think I gotta give you guys my top. I gotta give you guys my top awards, my NBA awards. Okay, so I'm gonna go with MVP Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year Victor Wembanyama, Most Improved Player. I think I'm gonna go with Victor Wembanyama. Rookie of the Year. See, I was stuck between Victor Wembanyama, Wemby, Alien, and Cooper Flagg. But I ended up. It was really close, but I went with Victor Wembanyama. Sixth Man of the Year, I think it's going to be Victor Wembanyama. Coach of the Year, and there's a lot of good coaches out there, but I'm gonna go with Victor Wembanyama. And then Clutch Player of the Year. There's Anthony Edwards. There's a lot of clutch players out there. I mean, Fox is a great clutch player, but after close consideration, I'm going with Victor Wembanyama. Thoughts? Any thoughts? What you guys think? What you think? Accurate, not accurate. Finals MVP. Oh, Finals MVP. Oh man, yeah, that's probably, yeah. Oh, the Heisman. I forgot about the Heisman Trophy. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the Heisman Trophy. Oh gosh, I can't edit it because I don't give money to Elon, but yeah. Ref of the Year. Oh god, I didn't even know it was a award for Ref of the Year. Top MVP, Super Bowl. Yeah, there's oh man. I need to make a separate list. I don't know. This isn't biased or anything, right? Like, you guys don't think this is biased? Like, I was trying to be as objective as humanly possible, so. Hot take. I don't want Wemby to win any major awards because that will put Wemby in the Supermax bracket. I hate Supermax contract. Muhammad, you said it was a hot take. I'm not gonna get on to you. You did say that was a hot take. That's a crazy take. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You pay whatever you got to for Wemby. What you talking about? You give Wemby your car, your house, your wife, you give him everything. Like, it's Executive of the Year. I didn't think about that. I forgot about Executive of the Year. Pay that man. You gotta pay him. Like, I don't care what it costs. Yeah, you gotta pay Wemby. You don't want to lose Wemby. You don't want to lose Wemby, which we have. I know people kind of like overstate that. There's no threat to lose Wemby, but you don't pay him, you might be losing him. Don't be afraid of him winning awards, man. He gotta get what he deserves. We want him to be considered the greatest player of all time, right? If you want to be considered the greatest of all time, that's what it takes sometimes, you know what I mean? Give me Iguodala. That's such a funny clip. Does anyone watch First Take anymore? I don't watch any of that stuff no more, bro. It's like what turns me off from stuff like that is like it's just so much ego. You know what I mean? Like we jump in the chat, right? And we talk about the Spurs. Right? Like you guys have your take, I have my take. It's all good, right? We have our takes. And, you know, sometimes I yell at you guys because I think some of your opinions are wild, right? Or like when I'm misunderstood, I get upset. But I try not to have it just like ego stream, right? Like I tell you how I feel about stuff. And when I'm really confident on something, yes, I'll say I'm right. But like, it seems like First Take is just ego. Like it's always like this. It's like he's making a, because he's so well at speaking. He's so good at speaking. Like he makes points that don't make any sense. I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. That doesn't make any sense, but then he can deliver it in a way where it does. But it just feels like it's all just ego, man. And I guess what really, I mean, I already didn't really like Stephen A. Smith, but like what really pisses me off is the fact that he's talking about running for president when it's like, bro, can we like not do this? Can we get like an actual civil servant to run for president? Like not just I mean, just be honest, another egomaniac. Like, can we get like somebody that's just not a narcissist? Because Stephen A. Smith is all about him, bro. Every time he talks, it's like, bro, it's just all about you. What are you talking about? You just, a lot of people, because he got like people that just tell him to watch to run. Gavin Newsom? I don't want Gavin Newsom. I don't want Gavin Newsom. Just man, we never had a Roosevelt? Hello? What do you mean we never had a non-narcissist president? Roosevelt? Are you joking? I agree with you on Obama and I don't know if Biden is like a narcissist or anything. I don't think Biden is really a narcissist, but like we definitely have. That's not true. Pop for president. That's what we need. We need Pop. I vote for Pop. I say Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is kind of a narcissist. I mean, let's be honest. Or not a narcissist, but narcissist is such a, you guys know, I don't mean clinical narcissist. Yeah, I just mean he's a, it's a lot of ego. It's a lot of ego. Yes, Roosevelt. You mean the dude from the 40s? Yes, 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 yes. A lot of the good things that we like, well, a lot of people say like, well, I guess mostly MAGA, when they're like, we want to go back to the great days or whatever, and they always bring up like the 40s, and that's when we had like the most progressive president ever. That's what makes it kind of ironic. And then it also makes it ironic because they're trying to take away all the stuff that was good that American citizens were given through the 40s. But yeah, Social Security, insurance for the disabled, all that good stuff. But yeah, he was like, I believe he was the first president to get 3 terms, right? And then they were like, yeah, we can't have that. This guy's too progressive. So they made sure they wrote it in law that you can only have 2 terms. Before it was just an agreement, like, you know, oh, you only get 2 terms. But he was like the first to get 3 terms, I believe. Am I wrong? Wait, Ball, am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong on that. I'm not like this. I'm not a history buff. So I'm not going to act like I am. But I just know, yeah, Roosevelt was kind of a big deal. 4 terms. I thought it was 3. Okay. You think I'm wrong? I thought it was 3 terms. Yeah, he had 3 terms. He had 3 terms. He died like, wasn't he only president for like 10 years or something like that and then died? Yeah. No, I mean, you can just look up all the things that came from the Roosevelt's administration. It's a lot of good stuff. He died before World War II ended. Yeah. Well, the whole point was just saying that he wasn't a narcissist. I don't think he was a narcissistic president. Didn't he hunt bears? I have no idea. Don't quote me on this, okay? You can look it up for yourself. The Rock and Undertaker for Prez VP. The Rock is so narcissistic. I don't know anything about The Undertaker, honestly. Guys, I'm so upset. Someone showed me something and I didn't see this, and it's been like 15 years. It came out 17 years ago, and I've never seen it. It's the this is so random, I'm sorry. It's the Count censored from Sesame Street. And I never saw that video. And I saw it for the first time, and I was so upset that I'd never seen that, because it's so funny. I don't think I can show it on stream. I think it'd be actually, I don't know. I don't know if it would be demonetized, but it was very funny. You should look it up. I couldn't believe how funny that was. Count Dracula. Yeah, it was the Count, and it was so great. Yeah, look up the Count censored. It's like 17 years and it has millions of views, and I've never seen it because I'm not cultured, I guess. It was great. It's stupid, but I like stupid stuff. That was Teddy Roosevelt that hunted bears. Yeah, I was like, I never heard that. Never heard about that. That's some crazy lore. I was like, I don't know about that. I wasn't gonna tell you guys I knew anything about that. But yeah, not every president was like horrible, but America. And we're talking narcissists. Like, I don't think Biden was a narcissist, to be honest. He did some good stuff, but I wasn't a Biden baby, okay? I didn't. Democrats make me very angry. I don't like Democrats. They are so freaking soft. They don't stand on business. They're the type, not all of them, but a big chunk of them are the types that just like write strongly worded letters to Republicans. Like, can you please stop? Can you please not take rights away? Please, pretty please. It makes me very angry when you do that. I hate Democrats, dude. Wait, how do I... Oh, here it is. Yo, media days next week? Okay. Heck yeah. Clan, speaking of movies, watch Storm of the Century. It's a Stephen King story. I heard that the, what is it called? The Longest Walk or whatever? I heard that was good. Is that actually good? Yeah, but lesser of two evils. It's not even close for me. Oh, no. Guys, I'm very transparent and open about my views on things. No. It's not even close. I don't do that whole, like, are Democrats and Republicans the same? No. Not at all. Yeah, it's like, I agree with you. It's lesser of two evils. I can't hold back my disdain for Democrats, though. I feel like in a lot of ways they're just as complicit, but no, they're not. No, it's not the same. Where the heck is my... Oh, here it is. Oh, wait, that wasn't it. The wrong stuff. Dude, how long did we go over that, Oh. We were talking about that top 100 list for like 100 times. Wait. Is that Storm of the Century movie, when did that come out? Yeah, people when they use the word narcissist, like usually people they're not using like the clinical diagnosed narcissism, obviously. It's more of just kind of traits, certain traits that a narcissist have, but it's not like clinical narcissism. It's older. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, I mean there's a few that's like genuine. Like Donald Trump is like, yeah, he's obviously a narcissist. Like there's no way around it. But then you also have some people that's quite arrogant, right? But I don't know if they're clinically narcissistic, right? Like I feel like Obama was very, very arrogant. Like he comes across as he seems cool, but like he also comes across like he's better than you, you know? He's a little elitist. But I don't think he's like clinically a narcissist or anything. But I think elitist is a good word for how he is. Like same with Hillary. The Wire is good. I've seen The Wire. I like The Wire. Here, I'm gonna get on Letterboxd and I'll add that movie you just mentioned. You said 1999. Why haven't I not heard about that one? Or maybe I have. Storm of the Century. This movie? Dude, I don't know what it is. I'm a sucker for like how the 90s looked, you know? Like how 90s movies looked. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just a sucker for how they looked. All right, let's add it. This seems very underrated. I don't even know if I've seen this. This just looks like the cover of a book. Nobody I follow has seen it. Oh, is this a series or is this a... No, this is a movie. This is a movie. Right? I've seen Sopranos. I like Sopranos. Have been on a show binge recently. Went from Breaking Bad to Better Call Saul, then The Wire. Sopranos next. Oh, that's what you're asking. I'll be honest with you. I really like Sopranos. I would go with Dexter. Now, Dexter has an ending that's like really stupid, but it's very enjoyable up to that point. Like, it's more just like scratching your heads by the end of it. I just watched Goodfellas and it was pretty good. That's an understatement. Goodfellas is amazing. Ooh, Dexter. Yeah, Dexter's really good. I like Dexter a lot. After I watched Breaking Bad, I watched Dexter when I first saw Breaking Bad. And I was like, oh my God, this is great. Technically a series, but it's a movie to me because it was like 3 parts. Storm of the Century is 3 parts? Now I'm very confused. Dexter's great. Dexter's really great. Is Barry up there too or no? I need to watch the newer season of Barry, but yes. Barry's really great too. Barry's more of on the dark comedy side than like Dexter or Breaking Bad. So it's mostly a comedy. What I do like about Barry though is they don't necessarily... A lot of shows, Breaking Bad doesn't do it. I don't think Dexter does it. But like a lot of shows will be an hour long for no reason, you know? And it's like you're just padding at this point. Like what was this? No, excuse me. Like I watched Handmaid's Tale and I really liked Handmaid's Tale. I guess did I ever finish it? Is it finished? I never finished it. But I really liked it, Handmaid's Tale. But like many of the episodes, I'm just like, okay, we're just lingering on. Like we're just kind of walking around right now. You know, like you're trying to get to that hour mark for no reason. I like Barry because each episode is like 25 minutes. And it gets to the point. And it's not rushed. It just kind of shows that, yeah, you don't have to be an hour long to tell your story, right? But I don't think Dexter wastes a lot of time. I think Breaking Bad is just a masterpiece. Every shot is basically telling the story or pushing the story forward. I never finished Chernobyl. Banshee, never watched Banshee. I have that on my list though. It came out in 3 episodes on TV, but I watch it all at once when I rewatch it. Okay, I'll look it up. I'll probably be able to just find it. 3. Black Rabbit started good. I never seen that. Queen's Gambit is good too. I never watched it. That's on my list too. I'm gonna say Dexter. That's why I'm gonna double down. Wait. Do you watch any anime? This isn't the other Hugo. No, this, unless you changed your name. This isn't the Hugo I'm thinking of, is it? No, because the other Hugo, I think I made him a moderate. No, I wasn't gonna say Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is great, but I need to know whether or not he's watched anime first, or he's a fan of anime. Because if you're not, then that's perfect. I got something for you. That's on the level, in my opinion, of well, nothing's touching Breaking Bad, but I changed my name. Oh, okay, it's Hugo. Okay, so you watch anime. No, Hugo watches anime. I was gonna say watch Death Note. Why are you not a mod? Yeah. Why are you not a mod? Hold on. That doesn't make any sense. How do I make you a mod? Yeah, I was gonna say watch Death Note, and then I was also gonna say wait. Do you watch any cartoons, Hugo? Like adult cartoons? Have you ever seen BoJack Horseman? this because I don't really understand why. I don't quite understand why. All right. There we go. There we go. Oh, you do watch, but haven't seen that one. Okay. BoJack Horseman, in my opinion, is on the level, like the animated version. It's not like it, but like as far as how intellectual it is, how smart it is. I guess it's the same thing. How entertaining it is. I would say BoJack Horseman is like on a whole nother level of. I say this all the time. I think it's the best drama I've ever watched, and it's a cartoon. It's so good, bro. It's so good. It will blow you away. BoJack Horseman is so freaking good. But make sure you're in the right headspace because it goes, yeah, it gets dark. So if you're like in a depressed headspace, I wouldn't watch it right now. But if you're feeling okay, or you want something to be pretty stimulating, yeah, it'll change the way you view the world, man. It's so freaking good. It's so good. The first season kind of touch on some things that's like a little dark, and you're like, oh, wasn't expect that. Oh, okay. And then when it goes in the second season, it just takes off. And I like dark sometimes. It's so good, bro. BoJack Horseman is so freaking good. And there's you can even look up BoJack Horseman on YouTube, and there's a plethora of video essays, and that's not for no reason. It's not for no reason. Like other animated shows just kind of not touching BoJack. And one thing that's pretty cool about it is the creator of it, or was it the creator? No, I think it was the voice of BoJack. He was talking about how they had their script readings at the beginning of season 2, and when everyone got their script, they were confused, and they were like, wait, are we about to go there? You know, because it gets that deep and it gets that dark, and they weren't expecting it. It seems like they were just trying to get that pass for a season 2. And then as soon as like Netflix said, all right, you're renewed, they were like, all right, it's time to do what we do. It's time to really explore some deep psychological themes here. It's really good. I'll check it out. Yeah. Make sure you do, man. Make sure you do. Oh yeah, I love Cowboy Bebop. But yeah, BoJack is on a whole nother level. Queen's Gambit is awesome, but I'll watch again. Anya Taylor-Joy does. Even if you just hear eating popcorn, even if it's just her eating popcorn, I cannot wait to watch Queen's Gambit. I've been playing. Have anybody watched the new Dexter series? I was planning on starting that. Was it Dexter Resurrection? Yeah, I was planning on watching this. Should I watch this or should I watch Queen's Gambit? Excuse me? Bryan Cranston is reportedly being eyed to play the villain in Dexter Resurrection Season 2. Excuse me? Oh yeah, Monster is good. I didn't never watch the anime, and I never finished it. I had the manga, but I never finished it. Castlevania. I started Castlevania. I really enjoyed it. I need to finish that. But yeah, should I watch Dexter Resurrection or Queen's Gambit? Well, actually, hold on. 10. Seven. I think I'm feeling Dexter. Oh, Game of Thrones is something too. Well, I think you've seen Game of Thrones. I think you told me about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is dope until the last season, or actually last 2 seasons. Everyone told me like, man, that last season is. It's really the last 2 seasons. The last season's pretty bad, like really bad. The season prior to that, it starts losing a lot of quality. It's very apparent the loss in quality. Baby Reindeer is also really great. I was crying watching this. I think the last couple episodes just had me like tears, man. Beautiful show. 99 on Rotten Tomatoes. Deserved. I also want to watch Monster. Not the anime, but the or Monsters. I saw the Jeffrey Dahmer one, and I didn't watch the other. No, I did watch another one, the Versace one. So I was seeing that one, Dahmer, the Versace one, and is it 2 more? Isn't there 2 more? Wait, is the facade? Is that just in my head? How many? Did I actually never? Was that not Monsters? Who is this guy? Ed Gein. I don't know anything about. He was a serial killer. Ryan Murphy's the one who made American Horror Story, right? Am I tripping? There's 4 seasons. Versace was one of them, right? Wasn't the murder of Versace? Maybe it wasn't. Season 2. Huh. Well. Then what was the Versace one? It's what they based a lot of horror movies on. Oh, I didn't know that. The story of Versace and all of that. What show was that? Oh, that wasn't Monsters. That was this? Was it this? Oh, it was this. Okay. Huh. Oh, wait. Oh, it was made by Ryan Murphy too. Right? Huh. Okay. Huh. Did you hear about Tom Holland getting hurt on Spider-Man? Yeah, I heard about that. I heard he'd be back though. Like he's okay. That's unfortunate. Hereditary was pretty messed up. Hereditary is phenomenal. That's a phenomenal movie. Also Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. That was based on him too? Leatherface and Psycho. Okay. Well, I have to watch the 2nd season of that first. I got so much to watch, y'all. I need to finish all the things I need to finish this weekend, though. Like, there's no, like, time for any of this until I finish what I gotta finish, so. Yeah. That's Texas Massacre, bruh. Wow. Anyways, I gotta go. I'll get with you guys later. I appreciate all the love. Until next time, man. Bye. I should be back tomorrow, though. Tomorrow night. So, yeah. Don't know what time, but should be fairly early. I hope to finally watch Weapons this weekend. Oh, yeah, you should. It's really great. Yeah. You really should. Media Day next week. We'll have a lot to talk about next week. All right. Good night.